Hello, welcome to Devotional Time at Temple Baptist Church here in Poplar, Bluff, Missouri. Today we're going to be in 1 Timothy chapter 2. I'm going to read verse 8, and I encourage you to read the verses preceding that, 1 through 7, and kind of get a better understanding of what's going on. We may go back and mention some of the things that Timothy is talking about here, but I desire therefore that the man pray everywhere, lifting up holy hands without wrath and doubting. You don't even come close to having an understanding everything about prayer. I don't even come close, but I do know that Jesus said prayer was not only important, but it's essential in our life with Him. In fact, He gives us a model prayer to follow, doesn't He? He gives us a model prayer. A lot of people call it the Lord's Prayer, but I prefer to call it a model prayer. It's an outline, if you will, of things to remember when we pray. Now, Paul and other New Testament writers, and I said, Paul here is the author. He's writing to Timothy, I think, and so maybe I've got things confused a little bit, but also realize the power of prayer and encouraged us to pray continually, don't they? 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 17, we are encouraged to pray continually. Now, it's easy for us to get in a prayer thing and give me prayer, Give me prayer, even if it's petition to God on another's behalf. We're always give me, give him, give them, go that thing. We want. But Thanksgiving is as important as anything in our intercession to God, to being thankful. And so Paul's encouraging believers to ask God to bless and provide wisdom for elected and opponent leaders. Go back and read some of this that he's talking about. Giving thanks made for all men, kings, and even that. Even though we don't agree with our government, we're still called to pray for them, asking God to guide them and give them wisdom. And so Paul reminds us to lift up holy hands as we pray, and I don't think that necessarily means a physical lifting up of hands. I don't think that's what but it's coming to God with a pure heart. Come with a pure heart, without wrath and doubt, meaning put our opinions and our preferences aside. Let's, when we call on God, He hears and He responds to our people. I think the greatest thing we can do maybe is Thy will be done. Had a person tell me one time they didn't want anybody to pray that if they were sick, and I found out that through other people listening to them that's exactly what Jesus prayed in the garden, wasn't it? If Thy will, not my will, but Thy will be done. So let's get into our prayer and pray and ask God to just lift up and thanksgiving with supplication and all that, with a clean heart and a pure heart when we call on God. Come be a part of our services here at Temple. We meet on Sunday mornings. Our first Sunday morning services at 8 a.m. Then we meet to have Sunday school classes at 9. Then 10 a.m. for our second Sunday morning worship. Sunday nights at 6 and Wednesday night at 7. May God bless you is our prayer.